magical movies to unforgettable adventures, from the thrill of the theater to the comfort of your home, you can always count on something new and exciting from Disney. And now, Walt Disney World celebrates its 25th anniversary.
Perfect, 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 perfect.
I'm exhausted.
3, 2,
Been our birthday here all.
then pay attention.
What is that? Why is that a thing you do? Why do you rip the hairs off?
Because it's one of the most painful things. Look, I've done it to both y'all.
That just makes people want to murder you. Yeah.
Hey, you love who you murder, right?
What?
Disney.
Disney?
Yeah.
We did.
Honestly.
This is a Disney podcast. We made it all the way here from up northern east, middle east,
We made the pilgrimage.
Virginia, DC DMV area.
Yeah.
Hopped on jets, planes, flew here across the lands.
Yeah.
Babies crying, families, everything.
First thing I tell you is that they force you to walk around 3 or 4 miles from the parking lot to the metro system that takes you to the park, which takes around 5 minutes or more standing up. Yeah.
You can also catch our energy after we've gotten back from the party.
We got up at the crack of dawn.
No.
Well, he wanted us to get up at the crack of dawn.
But you were like,
We got up right after the crack of dawn.
around 9 o'clock, everybody got up. We left around 10:30, got there close to around 11. And that's when we started our journey.
Now, mind you, yesterday we woke up at what, 9? Went for a hell of a workout. 8?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Went for a hell of a workout. And just was on go the whole day. I didn't go to sleep until 2. And we woke up and we did the same thing again.
That last morning, oh my god, I remember. We said, hey, we're going to run, and you were still basically. You said, hey, wait, you got right up. Put your shorts on, boy trails. And you were still running in your, you were in a deep sleep.
Yeah.
The whole entire morning.
And I went swimming right after.
Yeah.
So, forgive me for my energy being just
a little low right now.
depleted, but you know, when you're doing the thing, you know, you're gonna get tired.
Today's a big day. How you feeling?
Excited. Ready. Loud, right? Okay, well, all right, fellas, I need to see one more time. Tickets, show me.
Tickets!
That's 2. Hold on. All right, folks, so as you know, I'm feeling very excited right now. Like I said, we've been planning this trip for over 2 years now. We've always been talking about it, joking about it, but after 2021 hit, we were like, fuck it, let's just do it. So we are about to go to Disney World. So as you see, me and the homies are representing the 757 or the VA squad, you know, and we're ready. Anthony, you got your ticket, man?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all got your mask? Let me see.
Mask. I have it in my bag.
All right,
We're
cool.
also going to be going over a couple of things about Disney World. It has been brought up to my attention that a lot of people from back home have actually never been to Disney World before. So we want to give you guys some things of what to expect while you're there, some cool facts and myths about there, as well as just some interesting things to look out for when you guys finally go. I just want to say thank you guys so much for, coming along. We finally made it.
Yep.
We finally have, we've been working so hard for all this stuff, so it's nice to see that our efforts are paying off. And I thank you guys so much for all of your efforts here.
Yeah.
It's
Well, of
nice
course,
to
yeah.
see that it's being, rewarded.
Yeah.
Think we're all set?
I think we're
Oh,
all
yeah.
good to go.
Alright, I'm gonna stop recording it.
Alright.
3, 2,
On camera duty, buddy.
navigation.
Camera duty.
What's up, Miles? Shoot, man. Am I actually like getting you? I can't see. What's up, man?
You can just pass it around.
Yeah, we're going out there. We know we've made it. We're almost there. Disney World. This is about to be incredible, man. First time to Disney. We're out here. Woo! I'm ready. Let's see what happens.
Actually, Disney World, because it's having us kind of take this. Disney World! There it is.
That I gotta play some Molly Percocet to kind of ease us down.
Oh, we gotta sing it. Percocet. Molly Percocet. Are you recording?
Mask off. Fucking mask off.
Mask off. Hey, never kiss a bitch.
Percocet.
Percocet.
Molly Percocet.
Just the parking lot.
Good lord.
Oh, bro, this parking lot might be bigger than my neighborhood.
I want to wow, they're really what the hell is going on? They're telling us where to park. They employ everybody for any kind of job.
Oh, wow. Let's really get into the nitty gritty. It's a Victory Click podcast.
What be your boy Miles V, aka 𝐓𝐴
Tall man, the tired man. Tall man, the tired man. This is a much more laid back episode, anyways. And is that you? Is this me? Good old Graham, man. We're all here. We're all here. We're chilling and we're relaxing, We've been saying we're going to do this for the longest time. I cannot emphasize that enough, and I can't thank you guys enough for making this happen. Once this is all finally said and done, it'll be great, obviously. And one of the things that I should introduce myself. Prince of Rhodes here. Follow, subscribe, Victory, click that button, that notification bell, that keyboard.
He's tired. We're all tired, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, look,
Bear with us.
I'm pretty sure after today, could you guys see yourself going back here as still as no. What I mean is, will you guys come back here before y'all parents or just for y'all kids?
Well, I don't think we all owe somebody a trip here after the way we made this happen.
I get that aspect. They kind of are part of the family in a sense, so they don't count. I mean, outside of anything, like imagine if one of your friends say, "Hey, bro, I want to go to Disney World."
Like we did already.
Yeah.
I can see
I
you
don't
do
think
that
we
again.
would have done this if it wasn't for you. But here's the thing: is that one of the things I do think that makes it special is that when we said we were going to do this, I had no idea how many people said they had never been to Disney World before. And I thought it was just Miles, and I was like, oh yeah, we got to do it. But then everybody was like, I've never been either. I've never been. And it's like, wow.
Yeah.
And people actually want to go. It's not like they said, I've never been before, and I don't plan. They're like, no, I definitely want to go. I've never been. I was like, jeez, is this the American pilgrimage to this place?
The American pilgrimage. That's
I think if you haven't been to World or Land, you have to do it at least one time in your life before you get that old to where you can't go.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw some older people.
Oh yeah, I've seen some really old people.
I couldn't tell if it was their first time there or not, but definitely they were having a good time.
They were probably alive. They were probably like kids when the park just got open.
Oh yeah.
And then they probably come like every once a year just to do that tradition.
And that's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
This also just coincidentally happened to be the Disney 150th anniversary.
Yeah.
We had the specialty plastic stuff up.
Yeah, they legit remodeled the castle. They got a new spray paint of color up there, making it look all fancy just for the 50th anniversary. I'm just like, dang, that's crazy.
So what a crazy, just the way that all this happened was just really,
No, the park itself is great.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh,
the park itself was
We're gonna
crazy.
be getting into that too, for sure.
I'm not gonna let go any of how, you talk to any of the employees or whenever they talk to you about, the story of where they're from and why they're down there. In fact, somebody said, yeah, I was in DC working with them. I got a job here because a Disney called. You always pick up the phone when Disney calls.
I was like, what?
So you really want to work.
But that's the thing.
But
that was one of her big dreams.
But it's like because she complained about the wages.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. She was enthusiastic about Disney as a brand, and that's why she wanted to come back. I mean, now granted, she told us her story a little bit, but ultimately, if you're gonna feel miserable somewhere, but are able to get by, you're gonna try to find somewhere that isn't as miserable. And I mean, I think this whole, what you're really tapping into reflects what we've been kind of talking about over the course of this podcast too, about the whole labor movement that's been going on right now. A lot of people have been, quitting, and it's people are getting into investments, and people are trying to start businesses and forex, cryptocurrency. People are really
day trading.
They're starting to steer away from the traditional idea of labor. People want to work remotely, and to somebody, these people were very enthusiastic about working here. They were very happy. And I don't know if that's just part of the brand. Of course, you got to look happy working here, but I mean, the woman that you spoke to seemed pretty honest.
But it's just how strict and how just passionate we're to keep up with the rules. I mean, just think about the sheer amount of employees that are like, man, you need to pull your mask up right now. You need to do it. Or I'm not saying, she should not have her mask on. She should have a mask on. What I'm saying is that the employees are upholding the law, which Disney World has employed them to enforce.
Another part with that, where when we were walking in from the parking lot is huge, and we're getting in there, and as we're coming in with the families, we get out of the car. You can tell that story first about how we got there and what it was like.
Just the whole process. I just want to say, top to bottom, the entire experience is manicured. Like we were talking about all of the the city of Orlando is kind of beat down.
Everything outside of Disney is it's rough.
Literally,
it's a rough.
When we were coming out of the park, we were it's like 100 feet after Disney, it just stops being nice. It just stops being even roads. It just stops having nice manicured grass.
There's a lot more potholes on the next bits. A lot more road and a lot more road noise in the car.
Yeah. So they really just top to bottom have thought about every aspect of the customer experience. We pull up to the parking lot and we are escorted. We have to walk, to take the train, to go through security, to go up the stairs.
Even before that, they gave us like a strict path to get from the parking lot to the rail system, and if you stepped outside the line, you're allowed to walk. They'll say, excuse me, you need to move like within the boundaries.
We didn't even get to pick where we parked. They told us where to park. They said here.
It was like 10 or 15, maybe more than that. Yellow jackets, stuff like that, and they're all arrows. This way, point this way, that way, come this way, and they just guide you right into your car. And we're just feeling like the cash cows coming in and just herding us in the dark.
We heard it. And we got out of the car and we just started
walking.
We didn't even ask them. They just told us,
that way. Just go that way.
We didn't ask any questions. We didn't know where we were going.
We just had to hope that whoever was at the very front was going the right way.
Yeah.
Or,
oh my gosh.
And it was odd. It definitely felt odd in some parts.
Back in the day, they used to throw Mickey Mouse's silhouette throughout the parks. But now, today, they make it a game to find each and every one of them. That is our objective for today. So if all 4 of us can find 26 to make 104, then that's what we're gonna do today. See if y'all can find them throughout our entire recording, all right? Let's get it.
gonna be
real
looking.
system on the side though, y'all. Just let y'all
That's
know.
a side note, real system. We're gonna go try to find those 26 hidden Mickey Mouse characters. So this is gonna be incredible. Stay tuned.
Let us know if you guys find more. If you guys find more.
I can make my 10,000 steps. God dang it. I had the worst lighting out here.
It is a hidden Mickey.
Yep.
How many is that? 2 so far?
I got 5 already.
You got 5?
Yep.
You weren't sharing it with us because you catch the rest of us up?
I told y'all, this is a free-for-all. Yes. No, you're okay. Oh, okay. Well. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Do I just scan?
You got your card?
Yes, ma'am.
Ryan's have a Mickey.
Okay.
Like we get there and then we had an issue with getting in the park because there was an issue with the tickets, and for some reason we all needed to create our own profiles with the Disney app.
Because they want, and I was brought about, we've talked this words, you know, the ability to speak English just left me for the day. We brought this up so many times before on the podcast about brands and basically wanted to be in every aspect of your life. And I think in the technology episode, you know, we talked about privacy and things like that. They always want to monitor your locations and things like that. But I just think it's so interesting about Disney is that they have something in-house top to bottom. They have custom janitors in there.
That was incredible.
They have their own emergency task force for like paramedics and stuff.
Car mechanic shop.
They had a mechanic shop.
They literally.
They even had like a secret services for shoplifters and all that. I was like, oh,
They did?
Yeah.
They literally have people walking around collecting random trash on the ground. That's a job there.
Yeah, like their entire job, piece of trash. Piece of trash. And that's their 8-hour shift. And you know,
and it was clean.
Yeah,
no birds flying over. At least not from what I saw.
They have their own animal control, like because when we were in there, we were like, where are the birds? Where are the squirrels?
Very few flies.
Yeah.
Very few mosquitoes and stuff like that. And then in some of the hidden areas in line at some of the rides, there's rat traps and things like that. So they're out there. And Miles, you mentioned something about cats?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah, so apparently there was a rumor and there has been some like reports from different sources saying that Disney would have either like trained or stray cats going around the park to get like squirrels, to get rats, and get like other critters, so then they won't be like infested.
That should be crazy because stray cats are essentially wild animals, so they're just letting wild animals.
Circle of life. They do not have to pay stray cats.
Thank you. First timers.
Victory Clique, we're here.
We are here.
We're here. How are you feeling, Miles?
I feel pretty good. Like this is honestly amazing. Like I'm astounded by it.
Astounded. Yeah.
Astounded. Yeah. Like,
Whatever. Astonished. Astounded.
Astonished. Yeah. However
We're
you
making up
pronounce
new
it.
words.
I'm just surprised.
But it's also crazy that we're here during the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
And stuff, you know. What are the odds of that? It's good to
coincidence? I think not.
So yeah, how many hidden Mickeys have you seen so far?
Already? So far I have 6. So I'm ahead of y'all by what? 4?
Lot. What's on the line for this?
Disney has you have 4, I have 3 so far. I got 1.
Can you please? Okay, I'm still having a tough time understanding what is a hidden Mickey.
Okay, so
right, because everything in here is Mickey Mouse shape. You know, just tell the audience.
All right, so basically, where's a good shape? So say, prime example, you see the jack-o'-lanterns with the Mickey Mouse's shape over there? If you see something like that,
That's 7?
well, that's one from previous. If you want to count that for you, then no. I already got that, but if you see something similar like that, or any other silhouette of a Mickey Mouse, that's what counts, all right? But it can't be one where it looks like Mickey Mouse but doesn't. So like, say like you have a side view of Mickey's face. If it's not the straightforward, like the 2 ears and 1 face right there silhouette, doesn't count.
So in other words, just anything shaped like a Mickey Mouse.
So what about those things on that guardrail? They're upside down Mickey Mouses.
Which ones? Right
Up
here?
there on the top, the spikies. You see them?
No.
Up there on the top.
Yeah, I see them, but not.
They're upside down.
That's too.
Well, then what about
Nah.
that? Does that flag count as Mickey Mouse?
No. While it is Mickey, that does not count because remember that's his side face.
So it just has to be the 3 circle
yes,
silhouette.
the silhouette. Yes.
I definitely need to get some stuff. What you getting? Mickey Mouse ears. All right.
A
Bet.
yellow pair.
Huh?
I was saying he got to get a yellow pair. It's Merida from Brave. Oh, sorry, pal.
How much do you think they get paid for all this?
I don't know. I'd say a pretty good amount. Hey, how you doing? Well, it ain't fairy godmother herself. Hello, nurse.
Grant, have you ever been to Disney World before? I went one other time when I was maybe 5 or 6. No. Okay, this is what I remember. It was when Usher released. This is what I remember. That's when it was when Usher released that album. Because my family and we picked up my first CD, and we got that from Walmart before we went the next day, and we played that album going on the road trip there from Virginia to Florida, the longest drive ever. Felt like it. So we were playing that. Right, that's why I remember. So that was it. It was that year, whatever age we were then. So that's when I went. The only thing I really remember was the Buzz Lightyear ride from when I was a kid, and the arch when we were driving in. Other than that, everything was brand new to me.
Speaking of the Buzz Lightyear ride, when we went to the Buzz Lightyear ride today, Tony saw Brandon T. Jackson. We ran into him. He was right in front of us at line, and he's like, JT, that's Brandon T. Jackson.
So, how that came about was we were walking along to the Buzz Lightyear ride.
That's him.
And there was this little girl that was just standing there, and it seemed like as if her parents were a little far away.
Hey, and that happened on one of the other rides where the kid just didn't.
Yeah, the kid was running. I was like, oh,
hey,
hey,
look. Yeah.
But the parent was like, hey, come on,
Yeah, like in that instance, Brandon actually said, hey, come on, and I see it. And I see his face, but he has a mask on. I was like, I know those eyes are for me. That's crazy. That sounds crazy. No, it's like immediately I was like, oh snap! I recognize him because I saw him in a movie recently. I rewatched Tropic Thunder. If you guys have never watched that, if you're above 18 years old, it's a funny movie.
See, the thing is, I remember him from the Percy Jackson movies because he was the fawn guy. I don't know if you guys ever liked
Percy Jackson. Yeah, I remember he was the what's it, Minotaur? Is that what it's called?
Like the half
horse, half.
Yeah, that was his best friend. But like in that instance, I was like, he looked a little familiar
He's also in Big Mama's. No, was it Big Mama's House 3?
I think that might have been him too. I think.
Yeah.
And
the movie Lottery Ticket.
Lottery Ticket. That's what I really remember him from.
Yeah.
Lottery Ticket. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, in an instance, I was like, he looks vaguely familiar, and I said, that's probably him.
Yeah.
So then, of course, we're staying in line for a long time, and I see him more. I was like, and then eventually he pulled his mask down, and that's when I realized, yeah, that's definitely him. It's either you or JT who I said, yo, I think that's him. Check it out.
Yeah. You told all of us, and then I was like, what? And then I looked up to see if he had an Instagram, and sure enough, it was
literally
profile picture standing right there next to himself.
But yeah, he was definitely there, and Tony told us, and I was like, nah,
he looked
maybe
so tired and annoyed though. I don't want to emphasize. He looked He looked as if he was going through a long day.
That's what I was thinking too. And then on top of that, with the idea of it's funny to see just us there. It's just people, no matter if you're famous or whatever, what have you, things like that. You get there and it's just the family orientation of everything. Is your dad's there, mom's there, or guardians are there, and their job is to just make sure that the kids are getting to and from where they need to go. And you can see how you just had a long day.
And we had a conversation about that in the car where we were like, imagine this is going to be us one day, and we take our kids to Disney World, and we're going to be the ones that have to carry all the luggage and make sure that we get the rental cars in the hotel room, and the kids are going to want to go up and do all the rides, and you're just going to be tired, man.
I was like, oh, it's Captain America. Oh my God, it's a backpack.
Thank you.
Awesome. I love it.
Thank you so much, man. What the hell?
I don't know where we're going. I have no idea where we're going. We've been lost this whole time. We've just been really looking to see some signs, and there is signage, but it's not like you're in the mall and there's a stand for a kiosk. And we got to the gate, we were supposed to have an app. What if we didn't want to download the app, They don't want us to not have the app. To be real, we've just been walking.
Disney understands that people don't delete apps.
And the more information they have on their users, the better. So of course we want everyone to download the app. Of course, they get your email, they get your content. And I understand it, it's a business, but I just would like to have, a couple of maps just around the park.
But like I said before, they know people don't delete apps. Like y'all go through your phones right now and see what kind of apps y'all have that y'all don't use anymore.
That's true.
People don't delete apps, so they know this is going to be on so many more devices as they visit the parks. I'm not trying to call conspiracy theory again, but I'm just saying it makes sense they want us to download the app. I just want a map.
I just want a map. Physical map.
Hashtag, I just want a map.
I just want a map. Hashtag, I just want a map.
Map acquired.
Map acquired.
Map acquired.
Some really nice people out here at Disney World. They really helped us out. Thank you so much.
The Mad Tea Party, which is basically teapot.
Can we talk about how hot it was?
Oh, that is like
literally, it felt like the temperature kept going up every 5 minutes. I was delirious. It was literally that hot. We were in line, and I kept smelling turkey legs.
I kept smelling turkey all the time.
Here's how you know we were so tired, is because we were talking about, we had a full rant about Splash Mountain and the racist origins of it. We stood in line for about an hour and a half to realize that, it was the wrong ride.
It was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs ride.
Because we're in the wrong line.
We were like, did they
over an hour?
No, Miles, you were like, did they be branded?
We thought they did because of the whole issue.
That was a good ride, though.
It was a really good ride.
Yeah, I guess the speed was cool. It was actually pretty horrific how they were forcing them to mine the diamonds.
They were in there. Singing songs. I was a little creeped out when we got in there. If I was a kid and I'd have seen that, I might have been a little nervous.
No, that's what I told Tony. I said, this is for kids. This is horrific. He pointed out there was like shadows going down the wall, and he's like, how are they doing that?
How? I mean, like I said, the ride was cool in terms of those bits where we were going very, very fast. But yeah, it was so hot that as we began to walk after that ride, we started to lose control of our bodies.
Yeah.
You know how like you start to walk, you start to just flail a little more.
Started to get sloppy.
Yeah, that's how I was feeling.
Like JT and I both literally lost our balance, and like we took a step, and like the next thing you know, we were leaning back.
Hold up, catch yourself, you know. And then the whole time, like you were saying, when we were in the line for the wrong ride, and then the turkey legs.
Yes.
That way it's pumping in smells here.
So that it's like they knew we were gonna get tired. Oh, they can wait in line for an hour for no good reason. They'll get tired. Like turkey legs.
And then I was looking for turkey legs, and I'm seeing people walking with turkey legs, but I could never figure out where they were at.
And it feels like they have mind control. It doesn't feel engineered. It almost feels like magic is happening.
Yeah.
I don't know how to really describe that, because you know that like every aspect of the park, every square inch of it is meticulously made just to make you want to spend money, buy some food, get on a ride. And I don't know, how did you guys feel about it?
I felt irritated how long it took. Like I expected to at least get on like 5 rides. We only got on 2. I was like, what the hell?
That's how they keep you coming back.
Yeah, hours had passed too, hadn't it?
Yeah.
From just those 2 rides.
It was a really long time, and I was like, bro, like, while I was glad to be there and like just go on the ride and experience it, at the same time I was like, bro, like what the fudge, man? Like, come on, man.
And it's the off season.
Yeah, so imagine like if we came like 2 months earlier in June, we would never have gotten to those rides. Yeah. Also, throughout this whole trip, I spent a lot of money, and I'm very ashamed of myself. A lot of them through like meaningless trinkets, but at the same time memorable trinkets. Yeah. And it was like stuff from like childhood to like stuff from getting stuff.
I mean, it's your first time.
Yeah, also. But it's not just for me, it's for my family as well. They're all like, if you're going out, make sure you get me something. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I got you. So it was just like, dang, but at the same time, dang, my pops are my pops are begging me to stop this madness.
That's so
yeah.
Did you say that? Because I think that mindset and the way that they built things and the pricing of things, they're like, people are coming and they're probably going to buy things for other people who aren't coming. I was debating between getting a t-shirt and this long sleeve t-shirt with the 50th anniversary emblem on it. Yeah. And I asked 2 girls that were in the stores with us, I said, hey, where'd y'all get y'all's ears from? And they were like, oh, they don't have these. This was last year's stuff. So I'm thinking
that old
no. Hey, if I don't get this shirt, it's never gonna be here. Yeah. So, and
literally, we were in the shop. And I don't know if you were there, but there was a sign that said limit 2 per customer.
2 per customer.
You can't buy it. It was limited edition. It's like they have limited
Halloween edition.
The items they have, accessories, just stuff. Just merchandise, just stuff that they were selling.
So with that, I'm debating between the 2 shirts, and one is close to $80. That was like $25, and I'm like, oh man. I'm like, $80
if I don't get this
t-shirt. That's what I'm saying. And on top of that, you probably have families who bought more stuff, and I'm like, they're not gonna have this other shirt ever again. But I had to put that one down because I couldn't do that.
You can't justify it. Like I said, everything is really just designed to make you want to just buy it. It's almost. Do you think it's just as easy to shop there as it is like online? Because walking through there it does feel like you're being herded. It's like, okay, mom, dad, trinkets, collectibles, limited edition. It's like, this is like click, except you're physically having to like walk through it, And the more tired you get, the less.
Just get out of the store.
Just come. I'll just get it. I just need anything. That's why they put it right at the entrance, because you also gotta go right out that exit the same way. We went into the same gift store we came out. We first came in, went in the gift store, and we're like, there's not much in here. Went around the whole park, came back, and we're like, oh yeah, this is a much bigger gift store. It was one mega super, like
the Emporium.
The Emporium,
the whole thing.
To make a long story short, they had us spending.
That was tough. I really had a hard time. I'm usually pretty good for not buying things, but that was tough.
We're gonna go to Splash Mountain. That's our next destination right there. I'm very excited but scared at the same time, because that place, it represents from the movie, the Song of the South.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you remember that one? The 𝐓𝐴
Yeah.
Turns out it was about a guy who loved racism. Can you believe that?
Yeah, yes, I can, sadly.
we're gonna get our stuff wet, so let's make sure we got our equipment in a safe area, okay?
Oh yeah, we are good.
All right,
We
you
are
ready?
good. I got cases and everything. Yeah.
All right, then.
Absolutely.
And so usually they would have propaganda for both Donald Duck and, Donald Duck was actually the propaganda for them since they were misusing Mickey for the Axis powers. So the Allies used Donald. So hence why literally every time I tell y'all, Donald has a rank of sergeant is because he was literally part of the United States military during World War II and all that.
It's exhausting. I'm trying to remember the last time I actually went to Disney World, and Grant, I do need to apologize because the last time I went to Disney World was when I was actually 4 years old.
Oh.
And because
You mentioned 11. And then what?
yeah, 11, because I went to Universal Studios because I'm starting to realize the difference in the actual experiences.
Yeah.
Like Universal is more of an amusement park, and Disney World is essentially a fairyland
Theme park.
Yeah, theme park.
A Disney themed park.
Basically.
Yeah.
And
I see what Walt was getting at.
yeah,
We didn't find his
basically-
head in there.
And I was saying that of course, this
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I mean, nobody mentioned it. It was hot as all get out, so I'm not even sure whether it kept anything like that.
but it's like the ground which you're stepping on at Disney World is actually raised up.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's
basically,
all
you're not even
built.
stepping on the ground. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're not even stepping on the ground. They're essentially plugging you from reality into Disney World.
Yeah.
And no animals to ruin the occasion. They had to worry about no mosquitoes, weird smells coming out of nowhere, like you said.
Yeah.
Characters coming out of nowhere, celebrating, reenacting all the old
that
things
was
that you have seen over and over again. Essentially playing on either a child's imagination, which is fine, it's entertainment, or a grown person's nostalgia.
I will say that.
It's almost a perfect sales item.
That was incredible. When we walked in, and after we got through, we had some problems with the tickets and we got there. And we're walking in, looking around, trying to figure out what to plan. We're coming down Main Street in front of the castle.
Yeah.
And we get in there, and there's people like, hey, get on the sidewalk, get on the sidewalk.
The second we
Get on the
step on
sidewalk.
that street,
Yeah.
we get ushered to the
Yeah, we
side.
got ushered to the side, and then I was like, what's happening? And I will say it was cool because I had no idea what was going on, and then boom, there's a parade of all the characters that you love coming down.
Yep.
And now, that was really cool for me the way that they built the sound system as well. It would get louder when the parade was next to you, and then it would quiet down as you're going down the street. So the technology was really cool. And then if I was a kid, definitely I had a good time seeing them come by. If I was younger, I would have been just going crazy for something like that. So I think the age difference is there, and the way that they've structured it definitely plays a part too.
I mean, they have some really good elements of design. Like I said, every aspect of that is manufactured for the customer experience there. And there was just something where they had put something at a certain level, and I was like, this is just for the kids. This makes direct eye contact with like a 5-year-old. And they're gonna scream and holler and beg, and they're gonna force their parent to buy it.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
We saw that too when we were in Disney Springs. There was a young kid, and his parents were pushing him in a stroller. I think he was looking at Cars, something from Cars, and they were turning the stroller away, and he was going wild and like just losing it, going, dang, I want that. And then they're wheeling him out, and you have one or two choices inside that you buckle and you buy it for him, or your kid, and they're happy, or they just scream and they throw a temper tantrum for the rest of the time. So it's tough. It's a tough call.
Yeah, think about being in that position as the parent.
Yeah. It's hot. You're tired.
Yeah.
You could have driven for 8 hours to, something like that. So
you have to give your parents a lot of credit, especially if their parents are not Disney fans.
Oh yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, guys. I guess it's a question I want to ask you.
Thanks for joining us, Mr. Baynard.
Sorry about that, fella.
Oh yeah. What did you think about your first time going, and as being at the age you're at now in our 20s, what would you say? Was this just as exciting as it would have been if you were younger, or how do you feel?
You already know I'm a freak.
Yeah.
So like, even I'm pretty sure if we ever do this when we're in our 40s again, y'all still see my old ass be like, I'm a back.
But the thing is, there were people, they were older there. Yeah, that just enjoyed it.
Like, I think it's also how much of a fan you are towards Disney itself. Y'all know I'm a huge Disney fan. I enjoyed it so much. Like, even if I'm acting like a huge geek towards it, I enjoyed every moment of this because it was just like I got to be with, like, not to get sentimental with y'all, but it was like legit being with y'all was what
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun.
being like
This was definitely fun.
Yeah.
having that nostalgia like vision just there as well, just seeing all those characters. So y'all remember every VHS tape of every Disney big movie y'all watched growing up, and you saw a like commercial of like Disneyland or Disney World up there. I'm like
glad that's where you're going.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to say, let's dig into that. I want to talk about their marketing. They market to the idea of they want you to bring your family here. Again, it's a pilgrimage. You say it's an American pillar. When we first brought this up, we were saying, you know, the football commercials.
Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, you and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next?
All of that is very intentional. It works, you know, it's a way to get into like the subliminal of your mind. You know, and you were talking about the hidden Mickeys. They are good at exposing their brand to you in situations that make you know how to spend the dollar. It's really like, I've never seen anything
like it.
Kind of like that, yeah.
I was thinking about that, where when we were there, I was in line, this was at the end when I was getting my keychains and stuff, gifts, and the people in front of me were they were either speaking Portuguese or Russian, and one of the two. I couldn't exactly. I know that's a stretch between both. It was definitely a language that I wasn't really familiar with at all. But it was another big family. Looks like mom, dad, maybe some cousins, brothers, sisters, and they were all there together getting the stuff. And we also heard, I think the people in front of us in line maybe they're speaking Brazilian or something along those lines, maybe Spanish. So all these different cultures in the world. And I was thinking, man, you know, how is it that, you know, they've been able to come up with a way to get people from all across the world to this one spot. And what I liked about that was that everybody seemed to be having a good time. I didn't really have anybody who was rude or mean. So that was good. The fact that they were able to just get that many people there.
I'm pretty sure that no one's going to want to either fight us or deal with any conflict because of the sheer amount of money that you have to pay. Parking
everybody in there paying.
The parking you have to pay. The craziness that your kids part make you go through if you're with your kids, and then the heat, and the standing long lines, and your kids is crying and everything. You probably just don't care at that point.
Yeah, you just say, whatever.
Just say whatever. Your kid looks at something, they say you want it. All right.
That's legit the mentality. While we were in the Emporium, I was next to this guy. He's like, you know what? Go ahead. I'm going broke. I'm hot. Go ahead. Get whatever you want. I was like, you poor soul. And he was laughing at it, but I was like, yo, those are tears of a man right there.
In other words, we gotta go.
Yeah,
get some money because I was gonna buy a churro there too. If I
bought a churro. I was running off the 2 churros and, you know, C4. But I just want to talk about how their brand is really about, like, happiness, you know?
Yeah.
Like you said, nobody's really mean or anything like that.
I didn't see it.
But it's almost as if this magical spell, it's actually mind control. No, it is. It's the fact that so we talk about cult indoctrination a lot, and this is just going to take a left turn. And I'll pivot it. I have an ultimate point to this, but when you're indoctrinating people in a cult, you control their sleep cycle, you control their activities, you control how they spend, and you control the kind of messaging they receive. You think they're showing anything that's non-Disney in a Disney park, broadcasting it to their audience? No. They're going to get you in line, tell you what to do, and at the end of the day, you're just going to be brainwashed. I'll actually put some links below, but there's like a point-to-point comparison on how this system works and how brainwashing actually works.
You mean how all employees say, yeah, it's hot outside, but I am enjoying my job.
I thought about that. You know, seeing people, because I know that it was, if I was sitting out there all day, I would be in bad shape. And they probably hired the best people, of course, to be able to do that for that long.
Yeah. Well, I asked the guy, remember when we were in the line, I said, so do they, you know, rotate you out when you're out in the heat all day? He basically said no.
He said if you're on tiki duty or something like that.
I don't know. What the hell does that mean? I think that was They're castmates. They have to improvise.
Maybe they had some other stuff.
Say something good about Disney.
That doesn't mean. But
again, we're so tired. Okay.
Who's next? I can help on this side right here. Who's next? Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, just a shirt.
Yeah, for right now.
Right.
Oh, by the way, did you guys have any keychains?
I'm sorry?
Did you guys have any keychains?
No, I would check up at the Emporium on Main Street.
On Main Street? All right,
Yeah.
thank you. Yes. So how do you like working here?
Huh?
So how do you like working here so far?
A few years.
A few years?
All right,
Okay.
so 2661 will be the total.
Okay. Has it been great for you so far working here?
I'm sorry?
So has it been great for you working here so far? Because one of my friends are looking at it.
Supercalifragilistic.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah, one of my friends
card,
looking.
We're gonna set up the reader here and there. Bag?
Yes, please.
At least you get to work in the air conditioning.
That's what I'm saying, man. It is ridiculous out there. In fact, we
I've done my share. I worked attractions over at 𝐕𝖎𝖙's Magic Carpet Ride.
Oh, really?
So they like rotate you from outside to inside?
I'm sorry?
They like rotate you from outside to inside so you can get like air conditioning?
If you got an assignment with the tiki room.
Oh, okay.
That sounds pretty good.
All right.
All right.
Who's next? I can help right here.
No conversation. Not willing to share anything.
What about the lady at the front gate? The young lady too, who was
She told us she can't deny them when they call.
Even better than that.
They put a tracking device, self-destruct if you say nothing. Yes.
Even
the Suicide Squad.
Basically, even better than that. She was like, "Yeah, the people minimum wage like here." So she already talking crap about the wages there, but she said, "Yeah, but it's still a great time here."
But then well, I mean, they are all at work, and it's probably only limited to what they can say. Because with all companies, there's a little bit of things where the employees are like, yeah, I wish this could be better.
Yeah.
But the other employees that were around us, that were helping us to get in, they didn't really say too much. I don't know if we could ask some more people, but they were having a good time for the most part. But I know it's hard work out.
No, it's definitely got to be hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
A lot of people seem to genuinely be having a good time, and it's such a weird thing, but as they're greeting you coming in, hello, they're personalizing it for everybody. Have a good time. Enjoy the rides.
Yeah,
every single person that walks through, and it's like
that was the exit guy.
Yeah,
we were coming out.
But the thing, I've been at jobs where they say, greet everybody that walks in the door. But when I tell you, that's a whole different level of customer service.
I think it got to the point where he was doing it automatically. Bye. Like he's just
not even just bye, but it was like custom messages. Have a good time, girls. Enjoy the rides.
It was so monotone, but at the same time, enough emotion to where
he was tired. It was like,
exactly.
Wow, he's doing it for Disney, And this was one of the people who are. We're coming out, and then the family in front of us, he was saying, "Hey, thank y'all for coming. We really appreciate y'all. Always remember that without you guys, we wouldn't even be able to be here."
Yeah,
I was like, "Wow, I really felt it as I'm leaving." So on top of that, I think that person did a really great job while we were leaving, because at that point he's tired and we're also exhausted exiting the park. So it was really good.
And this is where I'm getting with this is. This brand has really inspired people to not only come from all over the world, but to also get behind this message of, they're not paying me much, but there's a mission to be done. We got to,
make for the world a little bit better.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think a lot of companies could learn from this. Starbucks has a really good system of, I don't want to say indoctrinating customers. Influencing them, because they teach you to order, the drinks and their verbiage and things like that. They teach you to go to the rewards app and do this, and after a certain many points or whatever, you can upgrade or get a free pie or something like that, or whatever they have.
See a free pie,
free coffee. They call their staff, partners and stuff like that. They don't just call them like employees or workers or anything like that. They really have like a sense of we're all doing this together. And Disney calls their employees castmates because it's all the experience. I think I was telling one of y'all this in the ride. For a customer experience, there's that front house where it's like everybody sitting in the audience. That's us. We're here for the show that is Disney World. There's the stage people, which is the cashiers, the clean up, all of them people that just make it feel like there's actually magic going on here. Trash seems to magically disappear. Everybody is nice. Everything smells good. There's no unpleasantness. Things just seem to just appear as you kind of want them. The stage, I think there can be a lot inferred about the back of house. Like you said, I wish we really were able to just ask more questions, just kind of see, what it's like to kind of work at Disney, because like you said, there's underground tunnels there, and that's where most of all of that, we're bringing in the food and the trucks and stuff, and we got a little bit of footage of that where we were on the train. You could see the trucks pulling up that are dropping off deliveries and stuff like that, and you think, oh yeah, this is still a business. There's still somebody in an office saying, we need to order 10,000 more pounds of chicken wings and churros.
And it's true. I never saw anybody walking it to that station at some of the places. So there's got to be, different ways that they get it there. Unless it's the night before or something. But while you're there, you don't really feel as though you have to get out of the way for somebody working and coming through like they're coming through with a
full city of tunnels underneath that place.
And that's a really good point you bring it up, because even at the kiosks would never run out of food, so they have to have some way of refilling them. But at no point in time do you ever see this happen.
Hundreds and hundreds of people come in there all the time, so they have to be. Here's another batch. Here's another batch.
Here's another one. That's kind of scary. It is really scary. But it's great.
It's that show. You never know when you get there.
You would never know.
You gotta be a true
Disney fanatic.
A Disney fanatic, or
Disney does provide a lot of opportunities in this area. They do own a lot of the infrastructure here, as well as have their own university, if I'm not mistaken, where they train people to come and work here. It's weird. I don't know.
It's so. What you say in the car? I think one of y'all said the dystopian.
No, authoritarian.
They're authoritarian. There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, my words not working either. I'm actually pretty tired. Sorry, everybody.
But
it's such a long day.
It's just, we really didn't have a say in anything. Everything, like I said, was so purposefully put in place. But I think we talked about this during the train rides and stuff, about how there are actual systems here, like technologies and things like the railway, that if these were just implemented in actual cities, or even the upkeep of the roads and stuff there, this would be way more efficient. There's not even a direct way to get into the park. You can't just drive in there. You actually have to be, shuttled in.
Yeah. Park, and then they take you over the swamp marshland. Because it is Florida, so they basically built it on top of the marsh those years ago. And with that, so almost segueing into where everything is built excellently as you're coming in, and then when you're coming out, at least with the tickets we got, because I'm sure you can get the ultimate pass where you're coming out and they'll just trolley you out and put you on a VIP plane or train and get you back to the hotel.
It's actually like a shuttle bus. If we had gone to the left, it would have put us on the bus and it would have taken us back to the resort.
So with that, there's definitely stages to passes you can get. With our passes in the way that we wanted to do it today, when you're leaving, they had the signs for parking lots. We were I think in Simba lot or something like that. So as you're leaving,
there's Heroes lot and there's
Villains lot. So we were in the Heroes lot, and you're coming out of the park, at least from where we were exiting, and there's two small stand-up signs, like triangle signs, and it points you which way to go. And then you just start walking whatever way, and we were walking. It was like half a mile that we had walked. And once you get to the end, by the end of the day, it's like, wow, I had to walk this far, and there were no employees anywhere at that point. You just good luck finding your car.
That's not their problem at that point.
They don't make sure that you came in. But then as soon as we got out, you're on your own.
Good. It's for the wolves. I think we can actually wrap pretty soon, but just on that note, I do want to just ask everybody. Well, specifically, I want to ask you, Miles. I know you said it was worth it. Do you feel like it was the happiest place on earth?
Yes, because it was just it was a good time. It was a vibe. I don't think it was the park itself, but the experience. Being around those you care for, wanted to have a good time with them, making a memory. That's what made it the happiest place. Now, seeing that mom telling the kids to sit your ass down, or like basically all these parents doing a little whisper cuss at them, that's how you know what the happiest, because those parents were fed.
We saw a whole lot of that. I saw one girl throw the mask.
And she was like, "Don't you throw that mask again, or we go back to the hotel."
Back to the hotel. She said, "Back to the hotel."
Man, we saw a lot of that all day.
I don't want to wear this mask.
That's too damn bad.
We saw so much. Did anybody else see any of the parents there?
Shopping Brandon T. Jackson. I just kind of fucked out after that.
All of them were.
All the parents.
Yeah. All parents were fed up. Yeah. So I guess going back to that question, would y'all and when we're older and we have kids of our own, would y'all be willing to make a trip here again with them?
Yeah. I would say yes.
Yeah, I mean, one time every single year, no.
Oh yeah, maybe like every 5 years we'll all get together.
I think at least once, you know.
Yeah, just go around.
It's something. It's almost kind of undescribable. I would recommend everybody do it at least once.
If you watch any of the Disney stuff. If you don't watch Disney at all,
then don't please.
But how can you avoid it? That's what I'm saying. Their marketing goes to you when you're a kid. And
but I'd say if it was the happiest place on earth, I'd say it does depend. For some people, I definitely can see that it could be 100%. Yeah. Love Disney stuff. For me, I don't know if it's the happiest place on earth for me, but I did really enjoy being around us being there, or if you're there with family, I can definitely see how it can be a really good experience.
Oh, and that does bring me to my
bring it back to the family.
Because I was going to say, in terms of just thinking about how this company operates, you know, I do think it's something that we all want to experience, the magic and stuff, and that we would want to bring your family around, because the entire brand is about building experiences with your family, growing up, and that sort of thing. You mentioned the Usher album, you know, the first time you came, and we've been talking throughout the pandemic about, you know, music and all these other things that come out.
Timestamp.
Are a timestamp because of, you know, the things that we were doing at those times. Then I really want to just kind of talk about what it is that we're doing here, like stamping these experiences and things together, and kind of sharing it with the world as kind of evolved into its own thing or whatever. We don't really have much of a following now, but just kind of the idea of what Disney is doing, I kind of wanted to model that around that, except more personal to the kind of things that we like.
Yeah, those goals, that's victory in and of itself. Just striving and having those goals set in place for yourself and seeing a future. I mean, I really like that. I think the victory click for me really is people coming together, and it's us. It could be anybody, really. If you watch, if you like this, you're a part of the victory click in a sense. You're just putting those goals in place, those aspirations, and trying to find a team of people that you like to do that with, your friends, your family, and just making it happen together. And then that's victory. Those experiences are victories, you know, because you grow with each of those. So
Both my moms and my dad, I would give them money to pay off their housing and their bills.
Just the sheer amount of people.